Jalen Hurts did everything he needed to do to try to get the victory for the Dallas Cowboys, unless I didn't see something y'all saw. He was making more explosive plays and throwing the ball, threading the ball to his receivers better than he has any game that I watched so far. And now y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
In the first half, they was like perfect team in the first half. They was moving the ball up and down the field, getting points. But the second half, you can't go a whole half with 0 points.
I don't know exactly the series of things that happened during the game, but man, he was making the plays that he needed to make. What quarter was it when A.J. Brown caught his touchdown?
The first. A.J. Brown had a touchdown with 66 yards in the first quarter. All that happened in the first quarter. The first half, the Eagles scored 21 points. They scored 0 points in the second half.
Right.
They was up 21-0 in the first half.
And you know what? What's so crazy about that? The Cowboys made history against the Eagles. If you didn't hear that yet.
What's that?
You know what that is? History. The Cowboys made.
What was
the
it?
Eagles the Cowboys made history with the largest comeback in Cowboys history. That says a lot about the Cowboys. If the largest comeback in history is 21 points, you mean to tell me the largest comeback in the history of a franchise that's been around for what, 50-something years, 60, 100 years? I don't know. The largest comeback is 21 points. They actually came back from 21 points a few times. So Dallas fans, don't get too excited and think this is a special day because you came back from 21 points. It wasn't that big of a deal. The second half of the game didn't do so well. But I didn't think Jalen Hurts did so bad.
I feel like it's more so the penalties and turnovers.
It was more so the penalties, the turnovers, the fumbles. All of those things caused issues in this game, man. And like you see, man, 27 for 39. Jalen Hurts had 289 yards total passing, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions. 0 interceptions. I don't think he had any fumbles as well. It was almost 70 yards, 70% completing his passes tonight. He was really awesome in my eyes. Jalen Hurts didn't do anything to lose this game. He did everything correctly to win. And like I said, it was the penalties, the fumbles, and all those other issues that caused the Eagles to lose. And then when you seen Jalen Hurts taking off with the ball and rushing, when it was time to rush, he actually put the most effort he actually ever did in all these games trying to shake and make guys miss. Usually he heads straight for the sideline. So I did see extra bump in Jalen Hurts tonight when it was time to win this game. So like I say, man, and the second half didn't go so well, but from Jalen Hurts' perspective, man, he was matching Dallas. He played better than Dak Prescott. Am I wrong?
You're right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
It was funny, right? You was talking about when he rushed, right? When he did that rushing touchdown. And back in the day when Jalen Hurts when the first year they went to the Super Bowl, he used to do the gritty every time he scored a touchdown. And he stopped doing that when the Chiefs came back and won that Super Bowl, whatever. He was like, changed me. I don't do that no more. So today he rushed for the touchdown. He was about to do it. He seemed like a little bit happy, excited. And he like, oh no, I don't get excited no more. I was like, 2 seconds.
I'm telling you, that mental health, man, is crazy for football players, man. We have so many things that we go through mentally, and we play these things in our mind, and sometimes we try to take heed and think that it's going to change the trajectory of whatever we're dealing with in our life. And it's just so many things mentally and psychologically you go through as a football player that y'all would never understand. And I don't know, man. You make a good point, man. He was more of an aggressive running quarterback when he was doing the gritty and things like that. But now I guess he's trying to be, the professional.
It was just Cam Newton. When Cam Newton was like, when Super Bowl and all that, he was doing like the little man thing and like the film. But when he got to Super Bowl, he's like, they for doing that, like, oh, you showing off, you doing this and that. And he stopped doing it. And it was like a for quarterback, like,
like, do what you do. I even noticed that, man. I guess as we come in as young adults, we begin to mature as in the NFL. And I guess I just thought Jalen Hurts was maturing or something, but I forgot about the whole situation and things like that. But like you said, after Cam Newton, or they was getting on him about, being too celebrating too much.
You remember when Cam Newton was doing all that, they was like, always used to do the dab, like, because it came.
But that changed him, like you said. That changed him, man. It hurts, man. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it was the good or the bad. Maybe it was for the good. He's still great, man. So I don't know, man. I like to see people show their emotions and get excited during football. Football is an exciting game.
Yeah.
It's meant to get exciting. It's meant to show your emotions. I don't know why Jalen Hurts is pulling back from that, but one day hopefully he'll come back. But it's all good. We'll accept him how he is. Is it the time that is this Jerry Jones' time to switch from CeeDee Lamb and make George Pickens his favorite receiver on the team right now? Because Jerry cares for whoever is producing the most on his team. And that's the aim of football. They love you now, and it's all about what have you done for me lately. And George Pickens showed up big tonight, man. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be funny to watch Jerry Jones.
Pickens is a playmaker.
He's always been a playmaker, man. He's just I don't want to call it weird, man, but it's like a little kind of like, oh man, let me push back from a little bit. But
they said he meetings and missing buses and missing everything. So I feel like that's the reason why the Steelers got rid of him.
354 yards passing, 23 for 36, 3 touchdowns, only 1 turnover. Man, let me tell you, when I played football and I was in the secondary and we let our offense do that much damage to us, man, you barely allowed to talk on the way home on the plane ride and things like that, man. It's like you take these games with pride and your brothers that we will never let this happen again to us, man. 354 yards. Man, George Pickens, 9 catches for 146 yards. That's a big day for Dallas Cowboys to show out against the Eagles, man. I don't know how long this relationship will last between Jerry Jones and Pickens, but he took a chance on a risky player, and it's working out great. A lot of things that Jerry Jones did this season was in question, at trading Michael Parsons, which I totally agree with, because people they only see the glitz and the glamour when it comes to defensive ends making sacks. There's been making sacks to play defensive end, and then when your team can't stop the run, now you're wondering why your team can't stop the run, because that defensive end is undersized and he's running upfield, So, and he made a risky decision to go after George Pickens. He knew what his team needed. He knew Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb needed another threat on the other side of CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott more opportunities to make bigger plays. And man, it's panning out well, and I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what Jerry Jones has to say, man. They're on the two-game winning streak. And the only thing you could tell the people in Dallas is the Super Bowl is coming up, man. That's the only thing you could tell. Y'all tell me if I'm lying if y'all don't think the Dallas Cowboys is going to the Super Bowl.
Listen,
2 straight weeks. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Raiders last week, and Shedeur Sanders just beat the Raiders the same way the Dallas Cowboys beat the Raiders. If that makes y'all feel great, man.
You know how many texts I got about the Cowboys going to Super Bowl today?
Hey, I've been around, been in the East with the our Patriots now. Then I went to the Eagles, and I've been around long enough, man. And it's like, it's the thing they say when they're doing good. It's like they yearn to troll everyone. We going to the Super. Soon as they win, soon as they get victory, we going to the Super Bowl, and it's like that's the thing that comes out of their mouth, man. So it's funny, man. But hey, that's Dallas Cowboys fans, man. And but I wonder, does AJ Brown, or how does AJ Brown feel now, since he had 110 yards receiving on 8 catches, because he had a lot of confusing things to say when the Eagles were winning. So what will his tone be now after a loss and he had a big game? I don't know. It seemed like bro might be one of those people that thrives off his name being tied to controversy or something like that, because there is no understanding of what he's trying to accomplish. Recently, he brought Saquon Barkley's name when he was asked about him maybe falling off or him, leaving out prime. And then for him to bring Saquon Barkley name into the mix, as is kind of crazy. And his response was, and don't quote me, he was like, they asked AJ Brown, they see Phil, man, everyone is saying you losing a step and falling off. And he was like, is Saquon falling off? I had to watch it over and over to make sure it wasn't AI, make sure that this was authentic. And it was like, man, that was weird. My experience with the Philadelphia media, man, when I first got to Philadelphia, man, it was a totally different experience than what I was used to, man. With me playing with the New England Patriots and under Bill Belichick, we wasn't communicating with the media as much as any other teams in the NFL, right? We had strict rules being handed from Bill Belichick from the team meetings and things like that. And the rules were basically He would allow who were available to the media, and then the people that he didn't want to talk to the media, they had very strict warnings. Don't talk to the media, basically. And that's how, pretty much we were taught not to like the media, still we can use the media to brand ourselves. Then when I get to Philadelphia, it was a totally different story. Now I have a chance to talk to the media, and man, this media is relentless. They love their team, and they start a lot of controversy, based on if you don't show up in Philadelphia and you aren't productive as a free agent or that's just traded for, you will never hear the end of yourself being critiqued if they don't show up and do their job in Philadelphia. They are diehard, nut holes bar fans in Philadelphia.